Now, there are some companies trying to help. Austin Kim is with me with more. Austin, good morning. Why have some companies decided to help now, given all the financial uncertainty, and what plans are they putting in place for employees?
Well, these companies have been worried about worker productivity and the financial stress for years, but the pandemic has certainly accelerated that. And get this, the Federal Reserve found that 37% of Americans cannot pay with cash an unexpected $400 expense. So some of these companies are starting to roll out their own emergency savings plans, and so that workers don't really dip into their retirement accounts. For example, UPS partnered with BlackRock's Emergency Savings Initiative, and they're offering 90,000 non-union employees a chance to start an emergency fund within their 401k. And here's how it works. Contributions are deducted from the paycheck after taxes automatically, and it's set aside. And these funds are liquid, so they're easier to access in an emergency. Now, UPS works with a nonprofit called Commonwealth, which helps these financially vulnerable people save money. And I spoke with Commonwealth's Nick Maynard about these rainy day funds and how we could see even more companies continue with this trend.
It's no longer a question of if they will provide emergency saving solutions, it's more of a when and how quickly can they get those to market. Because one of the core business model overlaps for emergency savings is it helps reduce, as I mentioned before, taking money out of the 401k, which is exactly not what record keepers want to see. And so by shoring up the basic financial stability of workers, there's a strong business value to keeping money in plan for the longer term to help make sure that folks have a secure retirement.
The companies themselves are running into financial issues. Why offer these services now when money is tight for everyone?
So it's a big economy, and we've heard a lot about essential workers that are on the front lines, grocery stores, other industries, and so forth. We know that emergency savings needs cost $250 billion in lost productivity to employers, and so that's a real business opportunity for folks to not have to come to work worried about if something happens in those areas that we spoke about, that they can handle it with help from their employer. That gives a tighter employer-employee connection. It recognizes the relationship between the income that they're earning and the financial tools they need to establish regular stability. And it allows them then to focus in at their job and be more engaged and better customer friendly and servicing those folks in a way that will make the bottom line have a positive impact.
And this is just one example of companies trying to help their employees save. There are other ways that emergency savings funds can work as well. Some employers have started to offer pay cards, or they've even offered a matching contribution to what the employee has already contributed to their emergency savings fund. So, Alex, I know a lot of people are struggling right now. Companies are aware that financial stress really can affect their productivity. So you see some of these companies trying to address that with things like employer-sponsored emergency savings funds.